Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this quick guide showing you how you can make the most money in GTA Online this event week from February 20th until February 26th. First up, you're going to need a CEO office, and if you don't already own one, then I suggest getting the one that's on your screen right now. It will cost you only $600,000, and the only difference between offices really is the location of them. When you got your CEO office, what you want to do is you want to make your way to the laptop inside of the office and then purchase yourself a special cargo warehouse. The location you'll be going for is going to be the one that is closest to your office. So in the case of the office that I suggested, that's going to be the one in Vinewood. Now from there you can decide to go two different routes. You can decide to stick with one large warehouse, or you can decide to take two. If you want to speed up the process and make the most amount of money possible with these crates, then having a second large warehouse is definitely the right option. Having said this though, it will cost you another $1.3 million. And if you do decide to invest in two large warehouses, after the very first sale you will do of even one large warehouse, you already will have made a profit, because after the first sale you would have made $4.4 million. But for the sake of the guide, I will make sure that I'll consider all options here. So starting off with a single large warehouse, what you want to do from your office, you want to start a CEO crate mission and then select the 3 crates option. It is possible that you will get 3 crates. If you get a 3 crate option, what you want to do is just simply destroy 2 crates and just only take 1. In my opinion, it's a waste of time to go for the 3 crates altogether, just keep going back and forth, when the majority of the missions are all going to be one vehicle with all 3 crates in there. Once you arrive to your warehouse for the first time with your brand new shipment of crates, what you want to do is you want to go to this station right here and then upgrade all your vehicles. They're also discounted this week, and for a couple of $100,000 you'll be able to have much more armor on your delivery vehicles and overall making it much more safer to sell. But if you're someone who is completely hellbent on doing nothing but solo lobbies, then I guess you could leave this. However, with the armor upgrades you can not only withstand a lot more rockets, you could also withstand a lot more damage in general. So in my opinion, it's worth the investment, but I'm going to leave that one up to you. So if you're using only one warehouse, what you want to do is you want to start a VIP work mission. By chance, they're also double cash in RP this week, meaning that you'll be able to make an additional $42,000 for simply doing something while you wait for the next great mission to be available. It takes a couple of minutes until you can play it again, and doing a quick mission with your buzzard will allow you to make some additional cash while also not wasting time just simply sitting around and waiting until you can do your next mission. But if you're someone who has 2 large warehouses, what you can decide to do is you can just decide to leave Headhunter for what it is and then go back to your office and start a new source mission, but this time for your second warehouse instead of your first one. Because on the first warehouse, there's still going to be a cooldown timer. And if you're someone who has a Terabyte, then make sure to utilize this as much as you can too. Just simply place it in the middle of your 2 warehouses and then just go back and forth to your Terabyte instead of your office. The reason I'm saying that is because from the Terabyte, you're also able to source crates. It eliminates the trip you have to do to your office, as well as the fact that if you have one, you can use the Oppressor Mark II and just start using that and make everything even faster than it already is. Now of course this is a more advanced tactic I suppose, and I'm gonna leave it up to you if that's something that is worth your money. The Terabyte is about $1.3 million, which is an additional investment, and that you can also make back pretty quickly if you were to go for crates as much as you can this week. It also depends on how many warehouses you have yourself. Like if you have 2 warehouses, I'd say that it's definitely worth the investment, because if you're selling both warehouses, you're walking away with at least $8.8 million if you sell both warehouses. And that is even without the high demand cash bonus, which in short means that you get an additional 2% of the sale value for every player in the lobby. So in reality, you can make upwards of $5.5 million for each of these sale missions that you will do for a full large warehouse. Now a quick note about a Terabyte: if you don't own one, you need to own a nightclub for this, and if you want to own an Oppressor Mark II and upgrade it, you need a Terabyte for that. So if you don't own a nightclub and you don't own a Terabyte either, it might not be worth the amount of money you're going to be investing into it, primarily because the amount of time you would have to spend in order to earn it back. You're not going to be making a profit this week because it takes about 6 to 10 hours to fill up a large warehouse, so do keep that in mind, especially if you're a newer player. It might take you a little bit longer than that. So instead of buying a Terabyte, a buzzard might also be a good investment. It's about $1.7 million, and if you were to invest in it, you can always spawn it for free from your CEO menu, making your life not only a lot easier, but also a lot faster. Another option that you have if you cannot invest into a Terabyte is to get the master control terminal for your arcade. It's an upgrade that costs you about $1.7 million, and it allows you to control every single business that you own. If you want to have more information about that, there's an Eye in the Sky 2 video that explains all that stuff. What you should be doing though, if you are going to use your arcade, is make sure that the warehouses are close to your arcade. That way you won't have to go back and forth a lot, and it will make your life a lot easier. If you happen to have the La Mesa arcade, there's a lot of large warehouses very close to it, so it's a very valuable option if you don't want to go back and forth to your office or have a Terabyte within your inventory. And that's all there is to it, really. Just simply go back and forth, source crates, and then whenever your warehouses are full, it's time to do a sale. Obviously, you could also decide to sell in a more populated lobby to make some extra money, but again, it's entirely up to you. You know what's best in terms of your experience in GTA Online and how well you will be able to defend yourself. From my personal experience, griefers aren't really that much of a problem. Having said this though, you can always get unlucky, and it is a risk, but it's a risk that can make you an additional $1.1 million if it is a lobby of at least 25 players. So keep that in mind. But aside from that, that was it for this one. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to leave it a like, subscribe for more, and I'll see you all later.